Well, it's a new year and a new season for the After Party. Now, we've been on a winter hiatus, so we're pretty glad to be back. Now, stay tuned because we have a great show coming up tonight. We have a new face to join the After Party. We have Charlie Sheen's trip to the ER, and... Oh, hey, Allie.
Hey.
Allie's got some big news from New York City. So stay tuned. Do not touch that remote. Do not click that mouse because you're watching the After Party. Welcome to the After Party. Our top story tonight, Charlie Sheen is going to rehab. A statement released by Sheen's representatives says the highest paid actor in television has finally said yes to taking a break for some rehabilitation. CBS Entertainment and executive producer Chuck Lorre issued a statement saying that production for Sheen's show 2.5 Men has been placed on a hiatus until he is out of rehab. Charlie Sheen was admitted to the hospital on Thursday after suffering from a hernia because he was laughing too hard. Well, apparently, an inside source is saying that Sheen has been on a long partying streak that included a slew of porn stars. Whatever Sheen's issues are, let's hope he works them out in rehab. And with one star going into rehab, another has left rehab. Disney Channel star Demi Lovato has finished her trip to rehab this week and will be heading back to work on her television show, Sunny with a Chance, as well as producing a new album and going on another tour. Lovato was originally admitted to a rehab facility after punching one of her backup dancers in November. She voluntarily went to rehab in Illinois to deal with emotional and physical related issues, but apparently has since worked them out. Congratulations to her. Demi's future looks sunny with a chance of probably another cat fight. Now it's time for our Celebrity Twit of the Week, and to help me out, I'd like to introduce a new face to the After Party. Reyna Baku joins us in her studio. Reyna, what's up?
This week's twit is 50 Cent. He claimed that he's the reason for the website World Star Hip Hop for being down this week. 50 tweeted, "I don't know why people underestimate me. I just shut down World Star." World Star CEO Q responded by saying that it was technical difficulty and had nothing to do with 50 Cent or Homeland Security hackers. Another celebrity in the eye of Twitter this week is Terry McMillan, the author of Waiting to Exhale, took to Twitter on Thursday to blast Will and Jada Smith on how they supposedly exploiting their children, Jaden and Willow. She even went as far as to tweet about this multiple times because apparently 140 characters isn't enough. Millen then apologized for the tweets on Friday after backlash from her followers. The Smith kids are getting a lot of fame. Even at the age of 10, Willow is starring in her first movie playing the role of Annie. Also set to be in the film is Jay-Z in his first on-screen appearance as Mr. Warbucks' bodyguard. The wife of comedian Steve Harvey has been posting videos on YouTube talking about their divorce and child custody fight. Mary Harvey says that Steve, quote, turned my son against me, had me evicted from our house and thrown out. Harvey is scheduled to go to the court on February 7th to ask the judge to stop Mary Harvey from talking about the breakup, which is a violation of the injunction. On the final note, only girl in the world, Rihanna, has new hair, which is fire truck red and resembles a character from The Simpsons. Hello, Sideshow Bob. Spencer, back to you.
Thanks, Reyna. That was some crazy hair. Now, coming up on the After Party, Lady Gaga is giving us a sneak peek at her upcoming releases. Glee has been on hiatus, but we've got some peeks at this season's upcoming episodes, and Kevin will be here to give you all your most important pop sensation news. Who will he be covering this week? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back. Singer-songwriter Lady Gaga released lyrics to her upcoming single Born This Way on Thursday. The highly anticipated song, which gives her next album its title, is still under wraps, but her fans are reacting positively to her new lyrics. Born This Way has been received as a song about the gay community, but can also be interpreted as a push for love and world peace. Fans are saying that it's bound to win Song of the Year in 2012. Dubbed the John Lennon of this generation, Lady Gaga says she will be debuting the song at the Grammy Awards on February 13th, so definitely check out that. Now, what do Justin Bieber, the Osbournes, and the Super Bowl have in common? No, you won't be seeing Justin passing the pigskin to Ozzy, but you will see the 17-year-old pop star in a new commercial with Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne, set to debut during the Super Bowl. The star-studded ad has had high expectations ever since Bieber tweeted about shooting the commercial in LA in mid-January. The Super Bowl will also feature Christina Aguilera singing the national anthem and the Black Eyed Peas singing at halftime. It is also rumored that football will be involved somehow in the Super Bowl. You can catch all the action February 6th on Fox. And if that's not enough, right after the Super Bowl will be the return of Glee. Glee has been on a holiday hiatus and is expected to get big views with its coveted spot after the big game. The brand new episode will feature their highly anticipated cover of Michael Jackson's Thriller, and don't forget that Glee will be on 2 days later for their Valentine's episode featuring silly love songs and Katy Perry's Firework. Sounds like Glee will have a fiery week. Now, Britney Spears released her new song, Hold It Against Me, on January 11th. Buzz for the release was very high, and the song was well received, breaking records opening at the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100, making Britney Spears the second artist ever, behind Mariah Carey, to have the 2 consecutive #1s on the Billboard. This week, Hold It Against Me fell to #2 on the Hot 100 to the Bruno Mars hit Grenade. Now, with some more pop news, we've got Kevin Mehler in his own studio covering some boy bands, or just one, the one and only Backstreet Boys. Take it away, Kevin.
Thanks, Spencer. Boy bands were a gift from the 90s. With catchy music, cool moves, and legions of fans, they defined the music of our youth. Now, the Backstreet Boys are back. With over 130 million records sold worldwide, they are the best-selling boy band of all time. Sorry, NSYNC fans, but you never really had a shot. The group formed in Orlando in 1993. After the release of their single, We've Got It Going On, in 95, the band began to take off in Europe. Over the next 2 years, they toured Europe, released several music videos, and were voted the #1 international group by viewers in Germany. In 97, the boys released Quit Playing Games With My Heart in America, which reached #2 on the Billboard Hot 100. Meanwhile, the international release of Backstreet's Back was #1 in Europe. While going through a lawsuit with their manager Lou Pearlman, their new single, I Want It That Way, topped the single charts in many countries and built much anticipation for their new album, Millennium. Millennium entered the Billboard 100 at #1. This is the album that gave us Larger Than Life and Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely, making it by far my favorite Backstreet Boys album. And apparently the rest of the country thought so too. Millennium sold 13 million copies in the States and was on the Billboard chart for 93 weeks. The album is the 4th best-selling album in the U.S. as of December 2008. Their manager wasn't so lucky, though. He was convicted of operating one of the largest Ponzi schemes in U.S. history, leaving $300 million in debts. But records are meant to be broken, I guess. The Backstreet Boys did just fine, though, striking a $60 million record deal, one of the largest ever valued. More lawsuits and Nick Carter's desire for a solo career left the boys on shaky grounds for the rest of the 2000s. Nick Carter stayed in the tabloids, dating Paris Hilton, then cheating on her with Ashley Simpson. To make it easier to keep up with the train wreck the Carter family had become, E! Released a reality show, The Carters, in 2006. The show lasted about as long as Aaron could stay out of rehab, so not very long. Meanwhile, the group was slipping. This is when kids were listening to Miley and Kanye and Beyonce. Kevin left and Nick finally gave up his solo career. But the boys made their comeback in 2007 with the release of Unbreakable, which opened at #7 on the Billboard. In 2009, they released This Is Us, which didn't do as well as its predecessor. Is the world done with boy bands like America, like we're all over American Idol? The ultimate test will be decided this year as the boys go on tour with New Kids on the Block. The next chapter of this band is unfolding with Nick, Brian, AJ, and Howie. We'll just have to see what they can do. That's all for this week. Spencer, back to you.
Thanks, Kevin. Now it's time for another fabulous commercial break. But don't worry, we'll be right back with a very special edition of Allie's Got Game. Stay right there. You're not going to want to miss this. Welcome back. Now, the world of video games is a messy one, so we've enlisted some help. Allie was in New York, but before she gets to that, she'll give you some more news about video games. Or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, Allie, there you go.
Welcome back, gamers. School may be back in session, but that also means that spring titles are starting to hit the shelves. As if the recent snow day wasn't enough of a reason for you to sit inside picking pieces of popcorn off of your Snuggie, I've got some exciting industry news headed your way. If you had been watching the Jersey Shore this Thursday, you might have seen a commercial for a little game called Deadspace 2. Whether or not your mom approves, Deadspace 2 is already rapidly outselling its predecessor, and quite adequately so. With more necromorphs, weapons, improved fluidity among melee attacks, as well as a beautifully eerie new planet to explore, not only will Deadspace 2 scare the crap out of you, but it'll also make you wish you bought those Depends too. In addition to the game, a graphic novel, Salvage, has also been released, taking a deeper look into the incidents surrounding the USG Ishimura. The game also implements a new multiplayer mode, in which teams square 4v4 against each other. And for those of you who, like me, still can't get enough and spend countless hours polishing your replica plasma cutter each night, a new movie, Aftermath, is also scheduled for release sometime soon, and is a must for all of you Event Horizon space horror movie fans. Deadspace 2 is now out on the PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. Oh, Isaac, how I've missed you. The Bulletstorm demo also made its way to the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live this week. It's been speculated that the team-up between publishers EA and Epic Games, the independent game developer responsible for the franchise we've come to love, Gears of War, took place as early as 2008, although it wasn't until E3 2010 that we were all captivated by Bulletstorm's witty, loudmouth characters, over-the-top combat moves, and large stylistic weapons. The story takes place in a vividly futuristic paradise, where you play as a member of a team of mercenaries known as Dead Echo. A skill-shot gameplay system allows players to upgrade their character and unlock new weapons by chaining attacks together. The more mayhem, the more points you acquire. It's just that simple. And if you thought the game looked awesome, just wait until you play it yourself. Bulletstorm comes to the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC February 22nd. Late January, a game publisher, THQ, held a press event in New York City to show off a few of their upcoming titles, including MX vs. ATV Alive, Da Blob Underground, WWE All-Stars, and one of the year's most anticipated titles, Homefront. I trekked out there amidst the cold and ice to make sure that you guys heard about it first. Check it out. Hey guys, Allie Baker here. I am at the THQ Homefront event. Xbox Live, Major Nelson was just on the stage announcing that they actually have some exclusive multiplayer downloadable content coming to the Xbox for Homefront. We're really excited to play it. You guys want to come check this out? Taking place in the not-so-distant future, Homefront entertains the tagline, "Home is where the war is." With a gritty story written by John Millis, co-writer of Apocalypse Now, the year is 2027, and Americans must defend their own turf. The now nuclear-armed Korean People's Army has invaded. Vying to become the next big online shooter experience, Homefront offers 32-player versus multiplayer. The game also sports numerous high-tech gear, including weaponized remote-control drones, like a mini helicopter equipped with missiles that players can control while safely hidden somewhere on the map. We even got a chance to check them out. Basically, the person with the top-ranking scores are going to be taking home some of these. I think there's 2 left, so I think I might go ahead and try to do that. The fact that the technology allows this now, and that this was not around when I was, 5 and still torturing my parents, just really upsets me. Well, guys, that about wraps it up for the Homefront event at THQ in New York City. I'm Allie Baker. You can follow me at twitter.com/AllieBakes, and make sure you check out the game, which comes out on March 8th.
Thanks, Allie. Now, that's all the time we have this week, but you can check us out online at stn2.tv and youtube.com/stnafterparty. I'm Spencer Allan Brooks. Follow me on Twitter at Spencer Says. Good night.